good information from this webinar and take back some questions or answers from Jennifer. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Shankar Volupala. I work with the Vilas Jambula. I live in Marlborough, and I've been working with this HGI slash Vilas team for last 2 years. And I'm delighted to invite NETLAW representative Jennifer Lynn Lewis. She has a vast experience in NETLAW, and she has been working with NETLAW for last couple of years. Let's just to have a clean and good session. I request everyone to turn on your cameras so that it can be focused if there is any questions or anything, and also please turn off your phones so that you can have good discussion in this webinar. If you have any questions during the session, I would encourage to take a note, or you can raise your hand if you want to get an answer immediately so that we can take the questions immediately if needed. If not, put them in the note, put it in your notes, and we'll have a question and answer session at the end so that Jennifer can give pretty precise answers. Okay, without any further delay, I would like to hand over this stage to Jennifer. Jennifer, it's all yours.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for coming tonight. We appreciate that. I know it's a school night, it's a work day, so we'd really appreciate you guys coming. So we have a presentation that we're going to show you this evening about estate planning and how important it is to plan for your family. Just like life insurance and everything else, you want to protect your home, you want to protect your children, you want to protect your families. So let me get queued up here. Let me make sure I've got share privileges. And let's see. Can everybody see my screen?
It's coming. Yes.
It's coming. Okay.
We see, Jennifer.
All righty. So I'm going to go ahead and start my presentation here for you. My name is Jennifer Lewis again, and I am in my 10th year with NETLAW here. We specialize in helping families to get their estate planning accomplished. So what NETLAW is what we are a technology company. My page is not turning. There we go. We are a technology company. We have state-specific platform that is nationwide. Anyone can do the NETLAW plan. We have been recognized as the American Bar Association for Innovative Excellence, and we received the James Keene Award for that. There are many online estate planning companies, and we're very, very proud to be the only one that has ever received this award. So this package is a one-time fee. It's a lifetime plan. We have no hidden fees. We have no monthly fees, no changing fees, nothing. It's a flat fee, and we're very, very proud of that. It does include your spouse, so that's two people in one plan. And everything that you see on the screen here is what you're going to get inside your NETLAW plan. You'll start with your last will and testament. This is going to be very important to decide how you want your assets to be divided. It's also going to give you the opportunity to name your guardians for your children and put any specific bequest in your NETLAW plan. A specific bequest is a present or a gift. If you want to leave a car or cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, a bank locker, gold, anything you want to put in there. An S Corp, an LLC, a business, you can put anything in the NETLAW plan that you wish. You are going to get a children's trust if you have minors under the age of 18. This is going to give you an opportunity as parents to decide when it is the best time for your children to receive their inheritance. So in the event that, goodness forbid, something happens to the parents and the children turn 18, do you want them to get it all at one time? Or do you want to delay that and give it to them maybe all at 21, 25, and it gradually goes up to the age of 35? And that way you can safeguard their inheritance so they don't kind of blow it all at one time. You will get all of your healthcare documents. Your healthcare surrogate is an individual that you trust with your healthcare. So if you're not able to communicate, this person will communicate for you. And they'll work with the doctors to make those decisions so that your family, can make sure that they are, so you have someone speaking on your behalf, is what I meant to say. You do get your HIPAA authorization. In 1996, there was a law that was passed that your medical history, your HIPAA, your medical is all completely private. So you must have someone on your HIPAA documents in order for them to know about your healthcare. You will get your advanced directive living will. This is going to let your physicians know how you want to live your end of days. If you are on life support, if you're going to be terminally ill, do you want to live on nature or science? Um, do you want to be an organ donor? All of these things are going to be included in your NETLAW plan. We do offer a pet trust. We have people that have ranches and farms and cattle and cats and dogs that we want to take care of because we love so much. They're part of the family. So you do have a pet trust. And now we come to our revocable living trust. This is a probate avoidance package. Everybody goes into probate when you pass away, unless you have a trust. So this way you can safeguard all of your assets so that they're not going to be completely depleted. And we're going to go into what probate is in just a few more minutes. So as I mentioned, this is a one-time fee and a lifetime plan. Life is very, very fluid. As your life is changing, you can just log back into the NetLaw plan and make those choices and make those changes to your documents. You just download, reprint, and notarize again. And that way, you're always keeping your documents current and you're protecting your legacy. So why is estate planning so important? Because if you do not decide how things are going to go, then the state is going to decide. So again, when we talked about probate, when you pass away, you go into probate unless you have a trust. And you have a team of people that are working for you when you have the NetLaw plan. You're choosing your executor, your trustee, your guardians, and these people are going to help you get your debt and taxes settled. And then they will call the family around to do the reading of the will, and then everyone will receive anything that you wish to give them. Now, when you go into probate with the state, the first thing that happens is your assets are frozen. And now the state is going to start paying your bills off. They're not going to call your creditors. They're not going to try to negotiate. And this is really, really key here. So when we all leave this planet, we're going to leave a little debt behind. Even if our houses are paid off, and we're in, good shape, you're still going to leave something behind. So your trustee is going to be the one that's going to be calling your creditors and letting them know, I have the death certificate. Can you write this bill off for this family, please? And it is no joke that 85% of companies will write your bills off. And that means your family does not have to absorb that cost. So that means more money back from the family. The reason why they do this is they get a very, very nice tax credit. And sometimes this is much more beneficial for their company than than trying to get that little bit of money out of you. So guardianship for your minor children, this is really a big no-brainer here. When we have our children, we usually name godparents, but this isn't something that's notarized. We have to have something in this day and age that is notarized to say, yes, we have let these people have permission to take our children. So assigning guardianship for your minor children is it's so key. If in the event that, goodness forbid, something happens to the family, let's say an accident, and the children have lost both their parents, the children have to go to Child Protective Services. Um, we don't want that. Child Protective Services does the best job they can there, but you really don't want your children there. So if you have something notarized, then your family members can take the children without any problems. If you don't have anything notarized, then it's now up to the judge who's going to be that caregiver, who's going to be those guardians. And the judge is going to look at logical things like who has the least debt, who has the biggest house, who has a two-parent household, what's the school district like. There's all kinds of different logical things that they're thinking about. We want to make sure our children are raised in our faith with our moral value and in a loving family home. Of course, we're going to choose somebody that's going to be able to take care of our children. So we just want to make sure that this decision is ours and ours alone and not up to the state and the courts to decide who's going to raise our kids. So avoiding probate court, oh my goodness, it is the worst. It's a nightmare. People have to hire a lawyer. It's very expensive. And right now, the government is so far behind in getting people through probate. We got clogged up a little bit back there through the COVID time. We still have families that are waiting to go through probate. It's been years. It's 2026 now, and these people might have passed in 2020. That was a long time ago, but these families are still waiting to get through probate. It's very expensive and it takes forever to get through. So if you have a moment, Google the word probate. You're not going to find any good stories unless you see that someone has a trust. That way, your family is in control of making these things happen for you. So controlling your medical decisions, this is very, very important to me. I'm on the other side of 50. So they're just very important to me. I want to live on nature, not science. I want to be an organ donor if it's possible. But these aren't just everybody's choices. These are my choices. So I want to make sure that my choices are heard when I cannot speak for myself. So people buy the NetLaw plan because, like everything we're doing at home online these days, you have full control of this. You don't have to continue to go back and forth to a lawyer, pay thousands of dollars for your trust, which is what trust costs. We have a $600 program that's an award-winning platform that you can log into at any time. You just log in, make your changes, download, print, and notarize again, and then you are all set. So now before we take questions, I want to go ahead and show you what the NetLaw plan looks like because everybody wants to see that. Let me pull that up for you real quick. 1 second. Hello, make big. So this is our NetLaw plan. I don't know if this picture's in your way. And it just starts out with basic information. You're going to put in your first name, last name. Come on, go ahead and load. You're going to put in your first name, last name, and your full legal name. This field here is going to is going to be how your documents appear. And then, of course, your birthday, so that the software knows if you are a minor or if you are an adult. Then, of course, you're going to have your address. You'll definitely have to have your state because they are state-specific documents. If you move, you take the NetLaw plan with you. You just change your address, change your state, and then they will be reassembled in the language that is of that next state. And then is your shipping and address the same? Sometimes people are renting out the house and that they own. So no, their shipping is not the same. They're living in a different place, but you have all of these different options. Then you go through and you add all of your family and contacts. These are all the people that are going to be playing a role in your documents. So your spouse, your children, parent, anyone else would be other, like siblings, cousins, friends. And then you begin your Smart Guide interview. It's super straightforward. You and your spouse will, if you have spouse, will be listed and you just click start. Right now, this one says edit because it's already a plan that I use on these webinars. So when you go through here, you are able to try to move all these things out of the way here. When you go through here, you're going to be able to name your trust. You're going to name who your executors are. They're doing the logistical things such as planning the funeral, calling getting the death certificates, calling the DMV, calling the Social Security, leasing the life insurance, all these logistical things. So you're going through and you're just naming the people that are going to be assisting in those roles. Now, when it comes to your home, you have that's the trust there. So when you have your home, if it's owned by, say it's owned by you, one person only, you can gift it to the spouse first. Or if you want it to skip the spouse and go directly to the kids, you can structure it that way. If you have a special needs child, you can gift it to the special needs trust directly. So you're just going to divide it up. So let's say this is jointly owned. It's going to automatically go to the other spouse when one spouse passes away. And then when both spouses are gone, it's going to go to the children. You can add as many properties as you want. You just go in and do the same thing. And now you have your specific bequest. Let's say you want to leave any automobile that you own when you pass away. We buy and sell cars a lot in our lifetime. So if it's a special car, you can certainly put that in there. But generally speaking, put automobile, car, vehicle, and then you can gift it to anyone that you want. If you have two children and you want to split an asset between two children, you just evenly divide, or you say no, you don't want to evenly divide. And then you just continue and you add these other folks in there. So if you have two kids and you're doing 50-50, then you can just continue to add. And then you'll also get a contingent in this area too, meaning if something happens to, say, this child, say that something happens to this child, then you have a contingent, meaning if something happens to that child, are your grandchildren going to get it? Or do you want to name your other child? So you have all kinds of different options to go through. You can name your LLC. So let's say that you have an LLC with two or three other partners. So your partnership will be now changed to your partnership. Instead of it being in your name, it's now going to be listed in the LLC. So anything that is owned in the LLC will go automatically to the family after these things are after you have passed away. So this is your residuary estate. You do have a pour over will with NETLAW, and what that means is anything. So a pour over will, if you forgot to enter something, so your personal property, real estate, cash, bank accounts, anything that you want to list in there. This is all what they call your residuary. I say residuary because I can't say the other way. So I apologize. The word is incorrectly said. I've been working on that for 10 years now. So, let's say that you have a member of your family that's kind of gone their own way, your child, and you need to omit them. You don't want them to cause problems for the family. If they are no longer part of the barbecues and they've made it very clear that they're not going to be part of the family, they will be the first person at the door with their hands out, and they're going to really cause a lot of problems for people. So people think if they don't omit them, that they can, they're not going to get anything. But what you've done is you've left a tiny little loophole if they're blood related, where they can contest the will, and we don't want that. We want to make sure that they're aware. Okay, we have named you in the will, and you're acknowledged as not receiving anything. So now we did talk about the ages for a descendants trust. These are the standard ages for a children's trust. If you want them to get everything at 18, you just say no. And then at the end of the day, things do happen. If you should pass and your spouse should pass and your children pass away, who's next in line? Is it going to be the grandchildren? If you don't have grandchildren yet, it's going to be both sides of the family, 50-50. Or you can name a whole different person and you can add that name there. Maybe you want to leave everything to your best friend from college. So you'll name how things are going to go if no one is around. This is a brand new page that we've just added under 2 weeks ago. This is retirement plan provisions. So many people like to rename their their retirement accounts, their 401k, their IRA. They want to name them after the trust. If you have small children at home and you have property that's generating income, accumulation trust provisions are a really good idea because the trust is going to be building money as life goes on. Everything that you need to know about this page is written on this page. It's not mandatory. Your family will get your 401k, your IRA, your life insurance, all these things after debt and taxes is paid. So you can just say, no, I do not need those trust provisions. Then you go through, if you've done it, you can choose to do a joint or a separate trust. Then if you're doing a joint, the next person only has about 5 questions to answer. Any assets that are owned by this person is going to go in this side if you're doing a joint trust. And this whole situation is going to be guided. You're going to be guided all the way through. Then you do your health care and you do your financial power of attorney. This financial power of attorney is a living document. So if you have a stroke or dementia, Alzheimer's, something happens to you and you cannot manage your money, then you're probably not able to sign documents on your behalf either. So you're nominating someone that can assist you with that. So this means that this person can go into the bank and they can do your banking for you. They can sign documents on your behalf. And like with every question in the net law plan, every time you're asked a question, it's going to ask you the same question again in the form of a backup, and that's what's called your successor. Again, we do offer a pet trust. So after you're all done doing your documents, everything is going to populate in your My Files. I haven't changed anything, so nothing updated here, but it will change. You have a way to create folders, and you can upload things into your folders. Deeds, family photographs, recipes, funeral and burial expenses, insurance policies, anything you want to safeguard. You have 15 gigabytes of space here so that you can do that. So that is what the NETLAW plan looks like. We do also offer a special needs trust, which I'm just going to touch on briefly. If you have a child at home with special needs and your child is getting government benefits, you cannot leave your child more than $2,000 in total when you pass away, or you will have those benefits interrupted for your child. That child needs those benefits. Let's say they're getting insurance. We have to keep this insurance going after you pass away. So what parents do is they buy a special needs trust, and now they can leave anything to the special needs trust for the child. You can't leave anything to the child, but you can leave anything you want to the special needs trust. It's what they call a third party special needs trust. It is irrevocable after you pass away, just like your other one. But of course, you can name different people when while you're living. The special needs trust doesn't go into effect until after you pass away. So you will be choosing who is going to manage the money for that special needs trust. And then you also have one more person that is your trust protector. This person is going to be like an auditor. So they're just watching over to make sure there's no clerical errors and honestly, to keep everybody in line, keep them honest. So this is a great role for an older sibling. Maybe they're not going to be the person that is a guardian on a daily basis taking care of your special needs child, but they still want to stay involved. They can be the trustee, they can be the trust protector. So it's three different roles. People have asked, can the same person do the same roles? No, because then no one's watching the store. So that's pretty much why you want to have that extra person. So that is our NetLaw plan. And thank you for letting me share that. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing. I'll come back on camera now. Get the computer away from my face there. Um, I would just invite you to please open the floor, raise your hands, or shout out, however you guys want to do this. We want to make sure all of your questions are answered.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you a lot for this all the information, and you explained how to online filling and everything, how to do notary and everything. You
It's so
explained
so
very
easy.
detailed, yeah, very so easy, and you spend 1 hour. If you have everything details, it's easy to fill up the process. And thank you. And yeah, please raise your electronic hand in the Zoom session. Yeah, speak your name and ask the question. Please ask the question briefly, straightforward, uh, or post in the question in the chat window if you are not able to talk. One question from Mahesh Daksh. How it is different Quicken, Filmmaker, and Trust?
Thank you for that question. That's a box set. That's a forms warehouse. So you're just going to get the forms. They're not state-specific documents. Many states are very, very particular about their documents. All states are very particular about it. By the time it gets to, when you've passed away, it's just a form. This is going to be a state-specific document anytime you log into your plan. We have an attorney located in every state nationwide, and they take care of that state. So if there's a change in the law in that state that they represent, they're going to work with our IT and our legal team and make sure that your documents are always state specific. So let's say you got something notarized today, and then tomorrow the law changes. That's okay because you're grandfathered in. But moving forward, when you make a new change, those new laws will be in effect inside your new trust documents. So the Quicken, the all these other things, they're just a forms warehouse, and it's not really a personalized plan. You can't enter all the things in there like you can the NetLaw plan. And a lot of times they'll just have just the will or just the trust. And by the time you add all that other stuff on, you're totaling up more than $600. And it's a one-time shot. This one you have for a lifetime. Two people, one plan. So that's the difference between us and them.
Yeah, Shankar Reddy, please go ahead for the questions. Continue.
Um,
Shrikant has some questions. Shrikant.
Can you please unmute yourself and come to the video and to ask your question? Thank you.
Hello, everyone. This is Shrikant. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
This is Shrikant from Minneapolis. I'm from Bala's group here within HGI. So one of my customers asked me a question. So they bought a will plan from NetLaw a few years back, and they created a user ID and password, but they did not complete the NetLaw, but they had to go with some other company only for the will because it's paid by their work, something like that. So in that case, if you wanted to add a will and trust, can they still use the same user ID, login ID and password within NetLaw when they buy the new package, or it's that should be a new credentials for them?
Well, you're always just going to use the same one, so you don't have to have a bunch of different accounts all over the place. Many companies are offering wills these days, and that's awesome. Anytime your company offers you a benefit, snatch that up. Definitely. It's definitely something you always want to take advantage of. But check and see, first of all, can you make changes after it's done? Can you visit, all of these things, how much extensive can you put in there? If you're getting a benefit
Right.
from your company, perfect. But if you have the NetLaw plan, then moving forward, when you need to make changes, you don't have to go and do that all over again. You'll have that paperwork there for you. So you can do the trust with the NetLaw plan. You don't have to print the will. Let's say you already have medical documents. You don't have to print the medical documents. So you can choose any of those things that you want to use. They will be created when you enter your data, but then you can choose not to print them.
Perfect. Thanks, Jennifer.
You're welcome. If somebody was on our platform years and years ago, reach out to the person that invited you and they'll connect with me and we'll get you moved over to the other side. We opened up a new platform. I think it's been about 5, 7 years now. I don't know. I've been here forever. So let us know and we'll get you moved over to the new platform. When we opened our new platform up, cybersecurity, I mean, technology had just changed so much. And the cybersecurity measures that are needed in today's society were totally different 7 years ago. So, with that being said, we couldn't attach new software or new security to old software. And so that software or that previous plan is gone, but that doesn't mean that you can't move over. We used to be a 1 year plan and then it was a monthly fee, not anymore. So, one time fee, lifetime plan. So, let us know and we'll get you moved over.
Yeah, that's exactly what the customer said. It was a one-time fee. It's the same $600 shared by two people, but they never completed it, and they just created a user ID and password, and that's it. After that, they had to move with some other company only for the will. So now I approached them for the will and trust. So that's why I'm asking these questions.
Yeah,
Thanks for the
perfect.
clarification, Jennifer.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're welcome. And if you need me, just email me. You know, I'm Jennifer@netlaw.com.
yep.
Shrikant, we've talked a bunch of times before, so good job.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Hi,
Thank you.
Kishore. Yeah, I'm gonna let you call on people because I don't know who was first or second.
Okay, Kishore, go
Yeah,
ahead.
thanks, Jennifer. This is one of frequently asked question from the clients. Once we complete the will and trust process and notarized, how this information will be notified to the appropriate counties, or how to give the answer to them?
Perfect. So when you pass away, your executor and your trustee are going to start doing their jobs. I'm going to quickly show you what the executor has to do. The executor will start, and this is an executor checklist, and I can leave this link for you
Uh,
guys too. So
it's
the
not
exec,
shared, Jennifer.
oh, I'm
Screen
sorry.
is not shared.
I'm not sharing. Hold on. Let me stop share again and go back. Whoops. Second time's a charm. Let's see.
No, no luck.
It's saying that
There we go.
started screen sharing.
It will taking time. Give me 1 minute. Yeah.
Is it loading?
Yes,
There
loading.
we go. Okay. These are the things that an executor has to do. They have to call the family. They have to arrange the funeral. There's all these things that someone has to do. So when you lose your spouse, these are the things that you need to do for your spouse and vice versa, what your spouse will have to do for you. So you can see it's a very, very long list. Um, this is a free PDF download. This company is amazing. If you don't have an executor, you can buy one from this company, is what they do. But what this company has provided for us, because this is not a NetLaw document, I found this when I did my own plan. So it's going to loop it around and break down these tasks for you. When you've lost a spouse, I promise you, you lose your mind a little bit. So it's nice to know what these are, but it's nice to also know exactly what I need to do at, how to get organized and how to get started. I've never been an executor, but I'm a list person. I would need to know, where do I start? So that's what the executor does. And so you had asked, how are the authorities going to know? Because your executor and your trustee are going to file this will and trust with the probate court. Probate's going to stop immediately because you have a trust. And now the executor can start doing their jobs, and then the trustee is they're going to forward your mail. They're going to start calling your creditors and paying off your bills and negotiating those things to get the bills down as low as possible. Then they will call the family around after the debt and taxes is paid, and they'll do the reading of the will. They're going to say how much the estate was worth, how much it was worth in total, how much it cost to settle it, and then who are the beneficiaries in percentages, and then any specific bequest presence that you have left somebody. So that's how they're going to find out, because the executor and the trustee are going to do this for you.
Okay. I mean, when I answered close to this kind of a thing, they were saying that uh, some other companies or something in the market, they have an option to notify the counties by registering the will or the trust to make the county aware of. Is that allowed in all the states, or is it specific, or is that their real?
So those actions are to be done after you pass away, but they might have been referring to going to the county clerk about their property. So if you're a homeowner, once you have your trust notarized, you have an active trust. But you don't have any property in there. You don't have any assets located in the trust yet. The way that you get those assets into the trust is you have to go with a quit claim deed to your county clerk. And you're not going to register anything there. You're doing a quit claim deed. That's all you're doing. You're changing the name on the deed of your house to reflect the name of your trust. And then when you pass away, when both people are passed away, then it will move up to the trust and be totally protected. So they might have been talking about the county clerk situation. So yes, they will go to the county clerk to move their property. If they skip that step, then when they pass away, they have a trust with no property in it, and that property is going to go to probate. And that's the whole reason why they're doing this, is to avoid that process. So I hope that answered the
No,
question.
I mean, I might confuse you. Let me step back. The question
Sure.
which I wanted to ask is, once we complete the notarization of our package, um, if I would like to notify the county that I have completed my will, is there is any way to inform them?
It's not necessary. You don't need to do that at all.
It's not necessary, but I'm willing to notify the county that I have a will on my assets or net worth or
So
something.
a will is public and a trust is private. So you don't want to ever publish your will to the county. You just, you don't want all that out there. If you don't have a trust, then all of your assets are going to be exposed in the whole wide world. Everybody's gotten so mean and nasty on the internet these days. We have to be very careful. So you don't do that action, and you're never going to do that action. Actually, your people are going to do that for you. So you don't have to register anything. It will be registered on your behalf after you pass away.
Okay. So
Did that make
if
sense, Kishore? So you don't want to register it now.
I missed a point in
Okay.
some part of it.
Vilas, did I get the question correct? Am I answering
Yeah,
correctly,
yeah, you
Vilas?
got the question correct, but I
Okay.
have not received the answer correct. So I wanted to
Okay.
go through
So
it again.
you're not gonna register it now. No, no, you're not gonna register it now. You're not gonna register your will and your trust now. That'll be done for you after you pass away.
Okay. So I mean, even though if I'm not going to do as per the recommendation, client wanted to do that, is there is a way to do it or not?
No, you don't want to recommend to do that. No.
Yeah, I
Okay.
want to add the
Okay, got
question.
you.
Jennifer, thank you. Kishore, yeah, you are right.
Yeah.
Question is very genuine and is right. Once the notary done for the will and trust, after that, your notarized done. We have one person. I will give the contact details when you reach out. He were in California, so he will do online. So generally, you can go to the county. It's a very simple county. They have separate department is there. So you can go that I made a trust and notarization everything. Then they will move your asset, your right now your home in your name or your wife name, both family, generally is the family together. Then after that, they will inform to the county when the certificate of trust is there. I will show in a couple of minutes. I will open my trust and I will show. So that a certificate of trust, you can go to the county and you can do that. There will be charges like couple of $100, like it depends on your property, approximately 285 to 300 something approximately dollar, depends on your cost value. And the person, if you can do it at county. Second thing, if you are not able to go county or everything, one person, our known person is there. He will charge extra $100. He will do everything online. You can also do online everything, but we are not familiar with that. It will take like half day, one day completely. But that person will complete in 1-2 hours and everything. He will process that one. So
Good.
there's two ways. So some people will keep it at a home. Some people will do little process. And once the trust forms, you can go to the bank accounts and everything. But the bank accounts already you made your beneficiary generally. So if anyone didn't do beneficiary names, please do it as soon. Once the trust forms, you can move to the trust names also. But especially cars, expensive cars and house, these cars and deed will be there. The house, we don't have any beneficiary name, so deed is there. So deed transfer will be there. That would need to the county. Yeah, more details. Once you are who are the person who invited, they know that the process. They will explain more details. Thank you.
Thank you for the question,
Thank you.
Kishore. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jigna?
Hi, thank you. I had more than one question. So
Okay.
my first question, Jennifer, is so if you own a property outside the state or outside the country, uh, would that could that be included in this will and trust?
So if you own property that's in the United States, you're going to definitely list that property. If you own property that's international, we invite you to put that into the net law plan to educate the family. Yes, I have this property, say back home. This is how I want it to be divided. So you're educating your family. You're not able to move the international property into the U.S. trust, but certainly the stateside property, definitely going to put that in there. But you're more than welcome to put the international property in there just to only educate your family. Like again, you can't move it into the U.S. trust, but you're letting your family know, I do have this property here, and here's who I want it to go to. Just like when you're putting your inputting your information in the NETLAW plan. You can put as much or as little in as you want to. The more you put in the NETLAW plan, the more clarity you're giving the reader when you're gone and they can answer and ask any questions or, to you because you're not there anymore. So, for instance, I put in my bank accounts, my 401k, my life insurance, my IRA, CDs, whatever, all the stuff I've got. I put it all in there, but I didn't change the name of the benefit or name to the name of the trust. I kept my beneficiaries as my family. They're going to get these things after debt and taxes is settled. So, but I educated my family that they're in there, just like property. If it's international, I want my family to know I have this property. But definitely, if it's stateside property, you're going to put all your property in there. If it's owned by an LLC, you'll put the LLC in there. So you're safeguarding all your property. So I hope that answers question one.
Yeah.
Need separate trusts.
And do you need like a separate trust or can it be included in the same trust?
All one, all together, everything in one spot.
Okay. Now, can the beneficiary be someone who's not a US citizen?
Absolutely. Yep. Anywhere in the world, you're going to say you're going to leave your wedding ring to someone and they live all the way in Australia. Your trustee is going to make sure that that individual is going to get that gift.
Okay. And can I wait, can I choose like the trustee, like person A, if the person A is not available for whatever reasons or is incapable at that moment to execute it, can I put person B?
Yes. So every
Okay.
time you're asked a question in the NetLaw plan, it's going to ask you that same question again in the form of a backup, and that's your successor. So you have this first person, even for guardianship, you can have an international guardian. So you have this person is going to be the first person. If they're unable or unwilling to serve at that time, it goes to the next person. If that person can't, it goes to the next and the next and the next. So you always have somebody that will be there for you.
Okay. My third question would be for the jewelry.
Mhm.
How do you account for that in the terms of value?
So you don't have to actually say what the value is. Um, I have two granddaughters. They're both so completely different. And I have been really blessed to have like an absurd amount of jewelry. It's crazy. No person needs this much jewelry. I'm not even hardly wearing any. But I've just said 50-50, divided between yourselves. But there's a couple of pieces that I want to give my sisters. I've got three sisters, and there's a couple of pieces. So I typed out what I wanted to go to each sister. Then I took a photograph and I uploaded it into my NetLaw plan so that everybody knew exactly which piece I was talking about. I have several pieces of, these are diamonds, these are emeralds, these are crystal, these are whatever it is. So just to not confuse, um, but so yes, you can itemize things out, or you can just generally say all the jewelry goes here, or the jewelry split 50-50. However you want to divide your property is up to you. And you don't have to put the property value on anything. You don't have to put the property value of your vehicles or anything. You're just stating what the item is. It might be worth more when they get it, or it might be worth less. You never know. So you're just stating which pieces they can get. And if it's just as a bulk gift, 50-50, however you want to divide it. So you can always add photographs if that if that helps clarify everything. Again, we're providing clarity for the reader. We just want to make sure that everybody understands what our wishes were. And if they're wondering what do they mean by that, then we didn't do our job. We want to really just spell it all out. They're not making any decisions for us. They're just going by what we've already provided, the info we provided for them.
So when we're creating this, and if we need any advice, like we are confused as to, what is the best way to go about it,
Mhm.
is there any sort of advice included in this package?
Absolutely. The whole plan is really self-guided and it breaks the question down on the right-hand side. And everybody has a chat that's a live chat in the upper right-hand corner. It's open 24 hours a day, but live assistance is there from 8:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Monday through Friday Eastern. So you can just click on that chat, ask a question, and you'll get live assistance there to help you.
So is there someone in person who can answer the calls or something?
Absolutely. You can phone me, you can text me, you can click on the chat, you can email. We're hitting all the communication barriers. So however you would want to connect with us, we're here to help. And we're open 12 hours a day, Monday through Friday to assist. After you're all done entering your data in your documents, this is new. This is brand new for you guys. I want to make sure that you have a full understanding of everything. So we book 15-minute courtesy accuracy reviews. Right now, I'm scheduled about a week and a half out because I'm really busy, but we just need 15 minutes where you have all your data entered. It takes 11 minutes to go through the documents or the software. And then I always want to give people time to ask their questions and give them a guide of what they're going to do with this, that, or the other thing. So you'll get a 15-minute accuracy review. If we don't get everything taken care of in 15 minutes, I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'm going to make sure that you're happy when you walk away. I want every client happy when they walk away, that they know that they did the right thing for their family. Your family is just as important to me as the one before and the one after. So we're here to make sure that your family is taken care of. So you've got support. You've got client services.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Jennifer, with your permission, I want to share our NETLAW brochure.
Oh, yes, please.
We had some questions on the chat. Should I read it out?
Sure,
Oh,
definitely.
yes, please.
Shankar,
So-
1 minute. Before that, this package includes this one. Just I want to give the heads up to you. So NETLAW probate evidence package. So last will, it's a will included, revocable living trust and probate evidence, and children trust, durable financial power of attorney, and healthcare surrogate designation, and IPA authorization, and advanced directive and living will. If you have any pet trust, pet lovers, they have pet trust also, and assignment of personal property and personal property memorandum. It's if you are not liking 7-day money guarantee is there, refunds are void once the documents are downloaded. It is included free spouse plan. You may take the picture for this one. There are 10 questions. Does take a short quiz. I will keep this one and you can continue the questions. If any these 10 short questions, if any one is no for you, you need the will and trust. And I will explain one more will and trust. 1 second. Meanwhile, go ahead questions, Shankar. Yeah.
Yeah. So one question was when they make the payment today, right? What is the cutoff time to complete the will and trust, like complete the application?
You have it for a lifetime. You have it for a lifetime.
Oh, okay.
So there's no hurry. When you get it and you get that momentum going, I don't want you to stop. I want you to take that 20 minutes, enter that data, schedule your review, get your questions answered, and then download, print, and notarize. Then it's all done. Things are going to change. You've got the NETLAW plan to come back and make those changes anytime you want to.
Okay. Komal, you had some question? Komal Sujir.
I want to ask one question. We are talking about this is Akhil Sat.
Yeah,
Just-
so sorry, I think I was on mute. Shankar, thanks. I think I saw this on Marlboro chat and that's how I joined. My question is, we already have this kind of facility from work from MetLife. So how different is this from MetLife?
MetLife's probably only giving you the will. They're probably not giving you your health care. They're probably not giving you your power of attorney, and they're probably not giving you all of the other things that NETLAW offers. And it's probably just a one-time deal. Check with MetLife to find out what features they're giving you. Are you going to, are you going to meet with an attorney? You don't have an attorney with the NETLAW plan because it's been designed by attorneys, and that's how we're able to keep this price point so low. But again, if you have a perk from from your employer, definitely explore that. Anytime you're given a benefit, don't turn down. You just want to make sure that you're investigating to find out if that's going to be the best choice for you.
Yeah, so even if I come through NETLAW, then I still need to have an attorney to get it registered or something, right? Not registered, but or notarized.
Notarize. Just notarize. You don't have to see an attorney at all. All of the things are going to be self-guided, and the plan has already been prepared by attorneys and is maintained by attorneys. So we have one in every state that's maintaining. Do you know, I've never met one of those attorneys, and I'm in my 10th year here. So, but I know that the documents are changing because I review people's documents every day. And I see their documents change every day. So, I know that they're working out there. I just have never met them. So they're behind the scenes and they're the ones that keep our plan going and keeping it state specific. So no matter when you log into your plan, if years go by and you haven't logged in, it still stays ready to go. If you need to make a change, all your documents are going to be state specific. I don't know if MetLife offers that, but again, since I don't know, definitely do your research on that.
Sure.
And connect with the person that invited you so you can see what the different benefits are, and you can go from there.
Got it. Okay, thank
Thanks,
you.
Kamal. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Jigna, you have one more question?
Yes, thank you. I just had a question like how every change that we make or if there's any addition in the assets or whatever, every time we make a change, it needs to be newly notarized.
Yes, ma'am. Anytime you make a change to any legal documents, you're going to re-notarize. Yes.
Okay. And I don't know if this question is appropriate for this session, but the question is, say, for example, we leaving everything to our daughter. She gets married. So she's listed as a beneficiary on our, assets. So when she gets married, the spouse will have a right
I'm so glad you
on.
answered this question or you asked this question. I know exactly where you're going with this. If I gift my inheritance to my daughter, is her new husband allowed to have half of it? No. What if they get divorced? As long as you are keeping their bank accounts separate, so they're never going to commingle their funds. So she's got her bank account here for the inheritance, and then let's say she wants to buy a TV with the new husband. She can take out $500 out of her inheritance account and put it into their joint account or go, use cash. She's never ever giving him access to this account. And then he never has, as long as they're never commingled. Once they commingle the funds, that's when you have a problem. So definitely keep those bank accounts separate, even though they're married. People may have an issue with that, but this is her inheritance. If she wants to, just take it out and spend it however she wants, that's totally up to her, as long as he's not getting access. And he wouldn't be the beneficiary on that. That would probably be the grandkids, keeping it on the family. So thank you for that question. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you.
So I have just extended question on top of that. Let's say again the same daughter, right? Daughter doesn't have any kids, and the parents are already passed away. Then she's the sole beneficiary of the trust. What happen in case of divorce?
Then she needs her own net law plan so that she can go ahead and decide who's going to get her inheritance after her. She's not going to live forever. Maybe she doesn't have any kids, but she may have friends. Maybe she has a charity that she's passionate about. So she needs her own net law plan so that she can go ahead and have her stuff done too.
And if it is not there, then it will pass it to husband.
If it's not there, then it's going to go to probate and the state will decide.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody has any more questions.
Anyone has question? Before I want to add one more point, just share one more screen. Screen one, okay, sorry. So I want to give the brief introduction for this one. Are you able to see the what is the difference? Are you able to see? If you want to take the picture or anything, you can take this one. So what is the difference, trust and will? You can read it. Shankar Reddy, if you want, you can read it, please.
I think it's clear. Yeah. So they
So if
can
you want to take the picture, so how
anyway.
it works, trust and wills, okay?
Yeah, you guys can take it.
So what arrangements where a third party, the trust hold assets is a trust. Wills means legal documents that says who gets what after death. When does it works? Is a trust during life or after death? Wills only after death. Okay. What's covered? Only assets transferred into the trust. This is called trust. Whereas the will is the assets in your name after death. Guardians does not include guardianships in the trust, but wills designates guardianship for minors. Probate court, no, trusts do not go through the probate. Wills typically, yes, will go to the probate court. In court, much harder to contest, easier to challenge in the wills. Is it public record? No, it always remains in private, trustees. Whereas the wills become public record after probate.
Yep.
Simplicity, more complex to set up in the trust, simple to create this one. Pair in with most effective when used with the will, and the will is used with the trust if you over 100K in assets. So this is just a sample example for that one. Most of the people know. And if you have answered these all the questions, okay, estate planning right for you. Take a short quiz or photo on this one. If you want, you can share. Who invited, please contact them. They will give more details. The package itself is a 600, but who invited today, you can contact them. They will give the discount for you, definitely. And my contact number is this one. I am a certified financial professional. We have wealth building solutions and life insurance if anyone will and trust, any college savings, retirement income flowing. If you want to do this type of business, we have a business opportunity at that. We build and develop entrepreneurs in financial service industry. We are available also notary services and will get the business opportunity. If anyone interested, who invited, please contact them. Thank you. And yeah, please, Shankar Reddy, go ahead.
Yeah, you don't have any questions? I think we can end, right? Nobody has any questions.
And
thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. I really appreciate it. Connect with the individual that invited you here, and just let us know how we can help. We're here to make sure that you're preparing for your family. We all have, we're all kind of going down this different rafts, but we're all going to wind up at the end of the day on the same river. So, we just want to make sure we're preparing for our families and letting them know how we want everything to happen after we're no longer here. We're taking these hard decisions away from our family, especially healthcare decisions. These are decisions that you don't want your family to have to be forced to make. We're adults. We're going to make our own decisions, and we're just letting you know how we want it. This is how we want it. We're $600 for two people in one plan for a lifetime. So you really can't beat that.
Yes. And
if he's giving discounts tonight, Vilas, you said you're giving discounts. It's amazing. It's already $600, which is pretty inexpensive. So that's pretty amazing. I would definitely seize the day there. And if you don't like it, 7-day money back guarantee. Okay.
And I want to add the 3 points. Thanks, Jennifer. Thanks for today working day, and most of the people joined and you explained very well. 2 things every adult who over 18 years, they need. If your kid is above 18 adult, they need their will and trust separately, because if any medical emergency situation, take it. You go with NETLAW, or if you are in full time, you have a legal assistance in payroll, take that one. We will help you. We are helping for the community. They are here. Most of the community leaders join, and everyone, if anything happen, generally go fund and these things, then after the problems occurring, that everyone is going behind that one. No one knows, because most of the people work as IT and other business. We came on here this country, but most of the people doesn't know the rules and regulation. Will and trust is a mandatory for everyone. If you take half day or 1 day vacation leave, holiday or sick leave or anything, complete will and trust immediately. Don't procrastinate. Most of the times, we'll do weekend or something. The good thing is our will and trust, the NETLA, you can work with your who invited evening hours or weekends. But if you go with attorney, they may charge more than 2,000, 3,000. I see a couple of doctors went to there, they charge $6,000 for the only will and trust. They do only will, again, trust is the again. But in NETLA, the very easy process, and it is a simple. If you spend 1 or 2 hours, we have all the details are there. You can complete in 2 hours. After that, notary, again, that's a 45 minutes. You will complete that. And after that, your assets move to that trust. So everyone, and the good thing is working day, if you go with attorney, you have to go with Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The attorneys work only in USA, right? 9 a.m. to 5 working day, Monday to Friday. But our NETLA is online. If you have any questions, you can chat with them, call them directly. Or if you have any questions, contact us. We will help you. It's nothing. We are not making any profit or anything in this one, because sitting 1 hour, 2 hours time, and especially weekend, it will take more time. That's what. And if you are invited with your friend, may ask you, they will give discount also. That's for sure. So thank you for everyone. And Vijay has one question. Akhil, please go ahead.
It's not a question, Vilas. Thank you. And thank you so much, Jennifer, for sharing 10 years of your extensive experience with us. We truly
Thanks.
appreciate you.
Thanks.
And we are also looking forward for more sessions like this for our partners and team.
Perfect. I'm happy to be here. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.
Thank you.
Akhil said, you raise the hand.
Yeah, just that one question in my mind, right? You just said.
Yes.
Why people go to attorney if we have an inexpensive solution to go for? What is the difference? Why attorney and why tax law?
Some people are just really, really nervous. This is it's the most expensive thing they own, which their home. It's the most important thing to them, which their family. Some people just they don't have the confidence to know that this platform is really here for them. I promise you, we've never had any documents challenged in the will. We've been around for a very, very long time. We don't plan on going anywhere. We'll be here a very long time afterwards. It's a lifetime plan. So, if they want to go to an attorney, if they're asking for this, that, and they want all these things included, perhaps they do need to see an attorney because maybe they have a more complicated estate than others. But for the general public, 99% of people can do the NETLAW plan, and it's perfectly fine. If they want to spend more money, that's fine. But it's a personal preference. It's just maybe the way that someone just feels,
Okay. Thank you, Jennifer.
You're welcome, Mr. Seth.
Yeah, Jigna, last question.
Yeah,
Officially,
so
the session is end. If anyone want to drop, please go ahead and just want to. If any more questions, feel free to talk. Jennifer, do you have another 5 minutes? Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
sorry,
Jigna, please.
Jennifer, to
That's
hold
okay.
you up like this. I just wanted to ask, generally, if someone dies, how long does it take to execute these things? I understand it depends on how much we've put in there, but in
Uh-huh.
general,
Typically, it takes 570 hours. That's what I'm told. 570 hours for someone else to wind down someone else's life. And that's just for the executor's jobs. Now, of course, the trustee has to do their jobs. They have to call the creditors. It's going to depend on how aggressive they are. It's really important after a family member dies to be able to move forward. And so when you have all these things in place, it's easier for the family to move forward. So it does take time, but if you have, people that are going to pitch in, you've got your backup executors, everybody can pitch in, you can divide and conquer the things on that list that I was showing you earlier. So it does take time, takes several months. If you're going through probate, it takes several years. So just keep that in mind that your family is stuck. They're stuck and stagnant as long as they're waiting for the government to do this. And the government's spending all the money. They're not negotiating. They're just depleting everything that you want to have, that you want to gift your family. So I hope I kind of loop that around there.
Yes, yes. And regarding that funeral, um, uh, setting aside some money for the funeral, would someone be able to advise as to what the cost could be and how
We
much to
don't
set
have
aside?
we don't have any funeral planning solutions in our NetLaw plan. It's just strictly estate planning. But you do have 15 gigabytes of space. So when you do explore those opportunities with another company, I know Evergreen is a really big company that does that. You can always upload that information there to have that, that extra backup there. So we don't
Okay.
have anything in there, but you can certainly, connect with the company that does.
Okay, I'm done for sure.
Well, it's very, very nice to talk to you.
Thank you, Vidna. And
Thank
Akhil
you,
said
Jennifer. Thank you.
you still raise the hand. Is
Bye-bye.
it done? Okay, done. So yeah, NETLAW is a one good thing I appreciate because if it is NETLAW applicable for all 50 states in USA. Okay, and for example, if right now I'm in New Jersey, I change after 5 years or 10 years, if I move to the Texas or California, if I change my home address in that address, then automatically backend all the rules and regulations will apply for New Jersey to Texas or California. So then after that, you can take the printout and do notarize. In other situation, if you go move to the other state or anything, then you have to contact attorney. For example, if you have more businesses, you have more company changes 401k or anything, you want to update a will and trust and your beneficiaries and your executors, your trustees, they moved out of country. They for good, they went for other country. How you want to change the nominees and beneficiaries, executors, trustees? You can NETLAW is easy to move, just name changes and again take the printout and do the notary, then you are good.
Yep,
So
you take the
most of the
NetLaw plan
people,
with you.
yeah, most of the people do. If I ask my community leaders or friend, they told, oh, 10 years back I did it. After that, he moved many properties and LLCs, companies, businesses, and everything. They're not updating. So whatever you are earning, your dollar should go to your kids. We are for our kids, right? Our family. So whatever you are earning, you please make sure protect your assets and everything to belongs to your family. Thank you so much, Jennifer, and all the people on working day. And thank you, Shankar, and all the members, Sushma, Vijaya, and all the Naidu, and all the people. Thanks for joining. And
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Have a lovely night,
Jennifer.
everybody.
Have a
Yeah, feel
wonderful
free to
night.
open, talk. You
Yeah.
can make it fish market. I'm
Thank you.
there is.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
everybody.
so
Have
much,
a good
Jennifer,
night.
for your valuable time on this
My pleasure,
beautiful
guys.
evening.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much. We'll
thank you
see you
so
next
much.
time.